hip-hop world. Now, for one, hey, Busta Rhymes catching a lot of flack now, I see, from that hip-hop, or that who created hip-hop statement he made. And that's what you get now. I like Busta Rhymes as far as musically, all this old school stuff. Of course, I ain't listening to none of his new stuff. I don't even know if he got new stuff, but all this old stuff, yeah, I used to mess with Busta Rhymes. That ELE, Stitch and Level Event, yeah, I used to rock with it. But he know better. But again, Busta Rhymes, he may be second, first generation, what we call FBA, so maybe that has something to do with his response, to influence his response. But everybody know, I know that, and I ain't even from New York, where hip-hop originated, but I knew it was a black thing. Even when I seen Beach Street, yeah, it was obviously, there were Puerto Ricans there, but it was a black thing. They were just participating in a black thing. That wasn't, it wasn't no mystery. So I don't even know what the flack is now. Well, I really know why it's being perpetuated, and I mentioned that in a prior video, as far as the parasitic mentality and how you take something, assimilate something. But again, y'all, I just want to kind of touch on that. Yeah, Busta catching flack. I guess the little show in New Orleans, man, they wasn't rocking with him. So, hey, man, yeah, you better, man, retract that statement. Like, man, upon further review, man, it wasn't what I thought it was. But you better save face. And next, man, let's talk about Rick Ross. And this is true. What thing about Rick Ross? And, you know, musically, you know, I listen to Rick Ross. Rick Ross got some slaps, but Rick Ross is the real. That's the real CB4. That's the real MC Gusto when you think about it. I remember when CB4 first came out. You know, it was a movie, and who would have thunketh? Years later, somebody actually pulled that off. But hey, he did that, and I don't know. Well, I would hope he should have paid the real Rick Ross something, you know. And there's nothing wrong with Rick Ross. See, this the thing, and I was thinking about this not too long ago. Rick Ross, okay, he named himself after the LA D-boy Rick Ross, and okay, because we done been accused, hip-hop artists have been accused of, y'all want to name yourself after them Italian gangsters and all that, but y'all ain't naming yourself after no brothers, you know, no African brothers. So the rapper Rick Ross, probably he had in mind, like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna call myself Escobar, El Chapo, or that, and I'm gonna call myself Rick Ross. You know what I mean? Brother. Now, I don't know if that's what he had in mind. I'm thinking he had that in mind, but if he had that in mind, if I was him, I would have said that. Like, hey, man, I wasn't like I'm trying to steal his identity. I'm just, you know, I'm rapping about being a D-boy, and instead of me trying to be a mafioso, I'm gonna pick a brother. That would have went over a lot better than him just not saying nothing. As far as I can remember, I'm not sure what he said about it, because back then a lot of the flack he was getting was him being the CO. And again, I mess with Rick Ross. Rick Ross, if you hear this, man, don't do me like you did. What's that, SHMURDA? And I talk about that too. But if Rick was like, man, well, I guess if you was a CO, you can't really rap about how you was helping bring it in. But he never gave that impression. So when it was discovered that he used to be a CO, it was kind of like, oh man, you've been faking. It wasn't like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He was one of them ones that was whoop. So I just wanted to put that out there. And again, yeah, just recently, because of course I made a video about that whole Canada situation with Rick Ross playing Kendrick Lamar, you know, They Not Like Us. And I guess Bobby SHMURDA put a video laughing at that, and Rick Ross, I guess, kicked him off the tour. And what I gotta say about that is, hey, I mean, SHMURDA, man, you should have knew that. Like, man, how you gonna laugh at? And that's another thing, people, man, people don't forget. You know, see, people, they may forget what you say or even what you do, but they ain't gonna forget how you made them feel. You under dig? So You think about that when people talking slick, saying little slick stuff, and you done forgot about it. It wasn't nothing, because you do that all day. You probably hating and side busting on people all day. So, man, that person ain't forgot about that you said 2-3 years ago. Or in the Rick Ross case, man, you one of them people like hey, if Rick Ross do me and I put a video out, I wasn't laughing. I'm just saying you disrespecting the game, but he might feel some way about me if he knew me personally putting that out. So you know damn well he gonna be mad or feel some type of way if you gonna put a video out laughing and we supposed to be going on a tour. So, and some people can say, man, that's chicken shit, that's petty, and it maybe is, but hey, man, certain stuff you gotta already know. When you do certain stuff, the type of reaction you gonna get, regardless to if you thought you was just playing or if it wasn't that serious. So, what y'all think?